If you could go back to when you were our age, what is one thing that you would change?
I would be more courageous. I would take more risks. I think when you're young, it's difficult to want to be different or be yourself. I know that's a cliche, but the older you get, the more you realize that those cliches and platitudes you hear old people say when you're young, they actually make sense. They make total sense. So the best thing you can do is to try things, to push yourself, and to be adventurous. And that comes from stepping outside of what you're comfortable doing. And unfortunately, young people have a difficult time doing that.
With all the technology in the world, what do you think one positive and one negative technology has brought to our generation?
I'll start with the positive. I mean, to be honest with you, technology has brought a lot of positives. Medical innovation to heal the sick that would never have a chance at a fair life. And on the negative, I would argue that social media and the like, the way that it's orchestrated to deliver the news that you want to hear, to deliver emotional reactivity over substance, has changed our society into a bunch of independent groups that no longer understand each other or talk to each other.
And with as little words as possible, what advice would you give to the younger generation as a whole?
I mean, it's going to go back to what I said earlier. You need to take risks. You need to try something new. You need to innovate. I'm not going to be able to do this in as few words as possible, but I'll say that progress and innovation are driven from creative, unique ideas. Progress and innovation are not driven from doing the same old, following the plan of people who came before you, or following the bureaucracies that have been set up and established that told you what to do and where to be.
And when you say take risks, what do you mean by risks?
Well, there's all kinds of risks. So you can take an interpersonal risk and walk up to someone and say hi that you never would have said hi to. You could take a career risk by defying what your teachers or your parents or society has told you is an important job to do. So, for example, if you enjoy creating music, then you should be able to pursue that as a young person. Because if you're young, now is the time to take a risk, not to play it safe. As you get older, you get more responsibilities added on top of your life, and therefore you have fewer options to take risks. But as a young person, you have very few risks and very few responsibilities, so now is the time to take risks. So yeah, that's what I mean by taking risks.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Durr.